Hello and welcome. In today's video, we're going to be dyeing some fabric. As you can see, we don't have no sewing machine, we have a pot. So, I'm using natural dye, which is like your flowers, your tea, your coffee, things like that. I am using tea. This is just the regular hot tea that I normally drink. This is blood orange of what I have brewing right now. And I'm just heating it up, letting it brew. We want to bring it to a simmer. And by doing the tea, I don't have to use any Morton my fabric. If I was to be using my flour out of my garden, I will have to use some Morton. And so that will be a total different video. We're just doing the simplest way. Whether you're using, coffee, there's some tea, some flavored tea of what I'm using here. And you need to make sure you have 100% fiber. And it has to be natural fiber, like cotton, bamboo. You don't want, when you're using natural dyes, you don't want to use polyester or rayon, things like that, because it won't take the dye, the natural dye, like it does the synthetic. So make sure you have natural fibers, 100% natural fibers, in order to dye with natural dyes. So we have just some plain white. I'm testing a few things today. I know the plain white will work, but I had this other fabric that has some lace and embroidery design on it, so I wanted to try that. And then I'm also going to try some blue fabric that has some embroidery on it and see how it turns out. And these all are 100% cotton. So what you want to do first is, have your tea, your coffee, whatever you're going to be using as your dye, up to a simmer. And so I have, my pot's about half full, and we're going to just bring that up to a simmer. Just create with fabric and floss. Okay, so while we're waiting for this to get nice and hot, you want to make sure your fabric is pre-washed, and you want to make sure that you don't use any laundry soap that has chemicals in it. You're trying to wash that off. So I tried to do mine like hand washing and then hand drying. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to get pre-wet, I guess, our fabric. And it's just a bowl with just plain water. And then I'm just going to wring it out. And I like to just give it a little test. That just lets me know how strong it is, if it's dyeing. As you can see, it's already starting to dye the fabric a little bit. So we'll let it warm up here just a little bit longer. And you just want to make your tea like the package says. And once you have it simmering, you want to just put your fabric in there. And I like to bring it out and then unwind, roll it, and then just kind of lay it in there and then kind of push it down into the water, your dye. And then you're going to let it, I like to let mine simmer at least 10 minutes. The longer you let it sit here, it's going to, the more it's going to take in to the amount that it can, all depending on your dye. So we're going to let this sit here and simmer for a little bit. And we'll give it a check here in a minute. So our fabric has been simmering for about 10 minutes. And surprising, I thought it would be more of a reddish color. There must have been some other flavorings in there. But look how bright that yellow is, or it's turning out. It's a yellowish. So I'm wondering if I had some type of turmeric in with the blood orange. It's kind of a detox tea that I drink. So, but look, this is just the plain cotton here. This is the cotton that had the embroidery on it. And the embroidery actually turned into a yellow. And then this is the blue fabric. And so I can sit here and let this simmer just for a little bit longer and see what happens. If this is interesting and you want to see more fabric dyeing, be sure to comment below and let me know. And let me know kind of what you want to see. I do have a plan to do some tie dyeing and see how that works. We did watercolor painting. I'll link the description in the description below. So maybe hit that subscribe button so you can know when I upload. Now, once you have it to your desired color, I like to go and rinse it in cold water. So this is the blue fabric that we had that had some embroidery on it. I will show close up of these so you can see how bright they are. This is just the plain cotton fabric. And then this was the one that had the ruffle and the bluish embroidery on it. So if you want to see some more fabric dyeing videos of different techniques, whether we're using flower from your garden or artificial dye, please comment below, hit the like button, and share it with a friend. And then hit that subscribe button so you know when I upload another video on how to dye your own fabric to get the color that you're looking for that unique project. Until then, happy quilting, my friends.